Hi, Deadlock's here again, and today I'm doing a comparison between one of the old YUIL handcuff mechanisms and the new one. Which one do you think's better, Mrs. D?
I would always say the new because they've had time to perfect it and make it better, but companies tend not to do things with things once they've been made. They bring out something new and rebrand it of something new. So I reckon it's going to be the same.
Let's say. I'm not sure what you were trying to say there, but we'll go with that.
I'm trying to say that when companies have a product, like a lock or something,
right,
that works, they'll keep on making that same kind of lock, yeah?
Right.
Because they've perfected it, they think they've got a good thing. They don't tend to make adjustments to an already good lock. So what they tend to do is they rebrand and bring out a different lock as a new and improved lock. So I reckon because of the same kind of lock, there's just an age difference. I reckon it's going to be the same kind of thing.
Well, they are quite similar, but one's better in some ways and the other's better in other ways. But on that point, let's get into it. The main thing that YUIL is famous for is the split pawl, as Mrs. D calls it.
What?
The split pawl.
Oh,
Mrs.
the
D.
heartbreaker.
There we go.
Sorry, I'm not feeling very well today. I'm a bit disorientated.
You can see in there is a piece of metal between the two pawls. Now that piece of metal goes all the way through the body of the handcuff and means that you need to have a key that looks like this to open it, a split key. Let's see if we can get some focus on the job there. There we go. So you need that split key, so you have a bit on each side of the warden to open the handcuff. So if you put the
heart and split the paws up.
Yep.
It's not very nice that they split the paws up. They deserve to be together.
So put the double lock on, and there we have the cuff double lock off, and the cuff open. Similarly. Oh, I wouldn't you know it? Okay, I'm not going to talk about that yet because I haven't got to that bit yet, so I'll just get this key.
You jumping ahead?
Only accidentally. Again, split paw. Open. So what this should mean is if we take our standard Smith & Wesson handcuff key without the split in the flag, oops, and throw them on the floor.
You just like throwing things around, don't you?
Yep. What should happen now is I shouldn't be able to do anything.
You shouldn't, but you can.
So there we go. Cannot turn either direction on those old YUILs. But if I do the same thing on the modern,
you can.
there's the double lock off, and there's the handcuffs open.
It's like talking to myself, people.
I don't like talking to yourself. It's like you were answering the question before I showed it. So what they've done, at some point, they took out some of the warden so a standard key would work to make the handcuffs a bit more usable in the real world, where everyone has handcuff keys that look a bit like that. If you do get a key with a short enough bit, which I'm sure I have one somewhere, that might be it. With these old ones, nope, that wasn't it. Try that one. That wasn't it. Is it this one? Nope, that wasn't it. These ones do it. Nope, that's not it. Okay, I give up.
What's going on?
Huh?
What are you doing?
I'm trying to find a key that does a thing.
Oh,
I do have a key somewhere
that does a thing.
that will get the double lock off the old ones, but still won't do the lock and pulls. So, in that respect, these ones are slightly less secure. But what else has changed, which I accidentally showed a little bit of earlier on, is this is the old YUIL keys. Now, fits in that keyway perfectly fine, but problem with old YUILs is that huge keyway. There's loads of room to work in there. You can fit, literally get a ball rake and, well, not rake it open. You can literally get this ball rake and get right in there and knock the double lock off with the ball rake because the keyway is so huge.
Is there any handcuff key? Any handcuffs that you could possibly rake open?
Yes. TCH HSH ones have a wafer lock for the double lock.
Just for the double lock?
Just for the double lock.
So then you'd have to pick out with them still?
Yeah, you'd, right, or Shim. As I was saying, because of that massive keyway, we have a chunky key.
A chunky key?
Which, if you go to the new YUILs, doesn't even fit. Which I have a feeling there is going to be a lot of handcuffs that this key doesn't fit into at all.
So it's a magic key by itself.
And if you get the other split keys, you can still open this with it. That was the tool key, that's a Chicago key, the modern YUIL key. All compatible that way, this way, try to turn it the right way, that works, tool key works, the old key obviously doesn't fit, and Chicago fits.
Fixed, does it?
I can tell you, Whack Attack does not work on these.
It doesn't?
It doesn't. I haven't seen what the mechanism looks like, but apparently there is a ball bearing somewhere in there that stops the Whack Attack from working. I don't know how that works. Maybe someone can enlighten me, because I'm not going to split these open to have a look. There is one thing I've just suddenly realised though about these old YUILs. These are press fit.
Okay. What does that mean to people like me?
That means it is the old way of making handcuffs, where if you wedge something in there and like in between the double bow and twist, you can probably smash them open. Whereas the modern ones, you can see rivets. They're riveted together, so you can't do that. I hadn't actually noticed that before until now. Well, there you go. That might be a way that you might be able to tell the difference between some of the old mechanisms and the new ones.
Pretty cool.
Another thing that's changed is old school ones. The shim protection solely relied on that split pawl. So you have that piece of metal sticking up between the two pawls. Because of that, the shim will only go to there and gets caught on split pawl and won't go any further. So what you need is a split shim. So when you slide it in, it goes on either side of that split pawl and
brings it back together again.
makes them work together.
At least they're working together. They might not be allowed to be together because of that stupid heartbreaker, but at least they get to be together for a little bit. Work together.
So the split shim does get you through it. I did forget to mention though, that's not actually the sole piece of shim protection. I felt another bit while I was shimming them there. There is a little indent right at the front of, I can't get focus.
Focus!
Focus! There we go, I think. I'll stand up to see the. There we go. There is a little indent there that catches the shim. So what you have to do to actually shim it is make the pawls go down a little bit so that indent isn't in the way anymore. So if you put the shim all the way in, back up a little bit, push the bow in a touch just to push the pawls down a bit, slide the shim in, and away you go. A little bit of shim protection, not a lot. Now, you've done a lot to perfect that shim protection though. If you look on the modern ones, you now have, let's see if I can find a pointy thing. That looks like a pointy thing.
I have lots of pointy things, needles and
So
things like that.
So what you have now is little bits to get the shim caught up on there, 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 there. You still have the indent on the bottom of the pawl, and you still have the heartbreaker, the split shim, which means now your split shim does still work, but it is a lot harder to work it in past all those bits of anti-shim to get to what I think is the back there. Get past that last bit to shim out. So you still can shim out of them if you have a split shim. It just takes more work.
Yeah.
But it is a lot better because without that anti-shim you can take something nice and chunky like this chunky bobby pin here.
And just get out.
Get in one side and then get another bobby pin and slide that down the other side. In theory, I have done this before. It does work, I promise.
Just not on the cameras on, because, yeah.
There we go. And you can shim out with two bobby pins. The bobby pins on the modern ones don't have a hope at all of getting down there. There is no space for them. Not happening. I've also tried it with two safety pins. Works on old ones. Can't get it to work on the new ones. Parker can get the old ones with a little bit of bow manipulation, brings those pawls down far enough that.
But does it open the new ones?
This is the new ones.
Oh, she opens the new ones but doesn't open the old ones. I don't know, I can't even see what you're doing right now on the
Failing.
side of the room. You're failing.
Yep.
That doesn't sound right at all.
Yeah, with a little bit of bow manipulation. There we go. With a little bit of bow manipulation, it does lower the pawls far enough for you to be able to pick them. With the old ones, there is far too much warden in the way. I can get one pawl at a time. It does mean if you pull on them like that, you can get them to bind and start working one to the other and working your way out one notch at a time, but that doesn't really seem like a feasible attack.
I suppose it is if you're like in a situation where you would need to do it.
Yeah, but it's going to take a lot of time.
It might take a lot of time, but sometimes you have to use the time that you've got. Sometimes it might actually work better because if you're trying to escape quickly, they might notice. Whereas if you're escaping slowly, one notch at a time, they're not going to notice as much. So really, you could slip out nice and slowly. Why? Wait till they've gone asleep because they think you're still trapped. Get the last notch out and then, ba-doom, you're gone.
See? Your mind works in an interesting way.
Why does it work in an interesting way?
It just does.
Does it?
The only way I've found of picking old ones is getting a paper clip, which would originally look like that, and bend it there backwards and forwards until it snaps and you get two pieces looking like this. I have actually done an escape like this. There will be a link to that video in the description.
Yeah.
I have tried this in hand I have not tried this wearing the cuffs yet. And there we go. That easy.
Ta-da!
See, so it can be done. Just sometimes cameras make it difficult.
Yep. I wonder why that is.
I don't know, but when I done a live performance, it was even worse.
Oh god, yeah. Damn, I've lost the Pokemon I've been waiting for freaking days. Darn you.
This is do you lost a Pokemon.
I lost my Pokemon and I need it.
Anyway, since I believe this is one of the first of these YUILs, and this is the latest of the YUILs, you'll see that the Keyway has improved greatly. The anti-Shim has improved greatly, but taking away that warden inside hasn't done them any favours, since standard key works, and you can do a straight edge attack on them. Anyway, that's all from us.
See you next time.
That's all from us.
See you next time.
That's all from us. See you next time.
Bye.
Where's the hammer? We're organised here at Deadlocks. Oh, no, the hammer's in the kitchen. Where else would it be?
Why would you put the hammer in the kitchen? Oh my goodness.
Where else would I keep the hammer?
In the toolbox where tools live? I think I want to walk away.